This presentation outlines the standard operating procedures to be adhered to by supervisory staff. In this presentation, we discuss the best practices to be adopted for ensuring excellence from start to finish of a project. If further clarification is required after reviewing this presentation, do not hesitate to contact the author for additional spoken assistance. SWECO clients will send emails to the relevant department based on the type of scope, as indicated. If design, CAD, and rebar is in scope of the project, then mail will be sent to design@paradigm.in. If CAD and rebar is only in scope and design no scope, then mail will be sent to civilcard@paradigm.in. If only rebar is in scope, then mail will be sent to civilrebar@paradigm.in. Upon receiving notification from the client to commence a project, the project manager or assistant project manager assigns the project based on the expertise of each team member and their availability. This assignment is then communicated to all teams through internal communication groups in Microsoft Teams, as illustrated in the screenshots added. For critical and major projects, a single person of contact, SPOC, will be assigned. The SPOC will coordinate with the main client, the SWECO project leader, PL, and various teams within Paradigm. An assistant SPOC may also be selected, particularly for critical or long-duration projects, to ensure continuity and facilitate project management during the primary SPOC's unavailability. In the absence of SPOC, the GM, PM will take responsibility of the entire project, its proper coordination with client until the completion of the project. Additionally, a key person or team leader will be designated to handle each scope of work such as design, CAD, and rebar. Note: please refer to Quality Procedure 00 org SPOC QP 001 for the duties and responsibilities of the SPOC. Initial communication. Intimate to client regarding project take-up. In the mail, introduce the names of key coordinating persons for each scope of work. A sample mail is shown below. Check if info is already received with the startup mail, else remind about the info in the reply mail itself. Check if Planet project number is already created, else intimate Ben, INA to create new Planet project number. While sending the project creation to Ben, we should send the details in the Excel template and to attach in mail 00QP20210531 ab00 new project _ to DOC. Also provide the details for the mail group along with the project creation email. All the coordinating persons to be connected to the project in PPM mail groups, SPOC, team leader and SWECO PL. If a project number has already been created, then a separate email to be sent to Ben for adding in mail group. Projects groups in communication platform. Create common project groups both in SWECO and Paradigm on the Teams platform. Include the project number, scope of work, type of structure, and location in the group name. Pin the chat and specify the coordinating persons for each scope of work. Mention name of SPOC also if applicable. Use number codes for each scope and include the names of coordinating persons as shown in the examples below. Avoid spaces in between the texts. Design 03D, CAD 04C, rebar 05W. Always include the name of the person assisting the main coordinator. Ensure the SWECO project leader is also added to the pinned message in the Teams group chat. Initial study plus input checklist. The initial project study involves utilizing input or request for information, RFI, checklists to gather essential information. This information, including details such as the scope of work, templates, planning, technical specifications, etc., is crucial and must be confirmed through the input checklist before commencing the work. This checklist can be used in kick-off meetings. Additionally, an indicative estimate for the entire project, for different scopes of work, should be conducted and documented in the input checklist. Also create a separate item in PPM for the input checklist in O9 report, planner format, project NR, report week NR_I0X. I, for internal. Example is shown here. Kick-off meetings. Once the project team is finalized and initial studies are completed, the project kick-off meeting with the client should be initiated within 1 to 2 working days after receiving the necessary information. It is applicable for all projects. If the required information is not included in the startup email, it is essential to remind the client to provide the inputs before organizing the kick-off meeting. Add Manju, Satish, Peter and concerned SPOC also to this meeting. Has to include Lokesh also for RWZI projects. In the kick-off meeting, try to get info on complete scope of project. Planning dates of submission, if any. Discuss on the points mentioned in input checklist. Also check about SWECO project number and phase code if not received yet. After the kick-off meeting, summarize the main points discussed during the call and send an email along with an input checklist. You can list out the important points as an annex to the input checklist. During the meeting, use the record and transcript option in Teams to capture the discussion and prepare a summary afterward. Utilize prompts as necessary during the meeting to ensure clarity and completeness in the transcript. These transcripts can then be input to chatbots to generate a clearer summary. While creating meeting links, we should ensure to select Teams meeting, else meeting link will not be created. If the option is not active, 1. Close the Outlook and sign out Teams. 2. Sign in Teams once again. 3. Then while opening Outlook, the option would be normally active again. Quality plans, procedures. Document the specific standards for each type of work in client specifications, requirements as quality plans. Send all relevant quality procedures, QPs, to SWECO project leaders, PLs, for approval. Refer all related QPs before the start of the project. Check the need for new QPs promptly and initiate the creation process at the earliest, ensuring circulation to all relevant staff. Develop QPs related to structures, based on project requirements, client specifications, and the type of work involved. Incorporate a list of reference projects into the QPs, using them as benchmarks for all ongoing projects. In progress checklists. The information to be confirmed during the progress of the project can be checked with the help of in progress checklists. Refer templates. 00 template RFI checklist _infrastructure CAD _ project startup. 00 template RFI checklist _REBA scope after project startup. Estimation. The important points to ensure while preparing the estimates for the client are listed below. Save all input files in Arch folder. Conduct an initial study of the scope of work and, if further clarity is needed, arrange a kick-off meeting with the client to confirm the scope. After the meeting, prepare the summary and send to the client. Take the correct template of estimation file, SWECO, NG matrix, 1 point. The following points to be taken care while preparing the estimation Excel. The project folder name, scope of design, CAD, and REBA should be separately mentioned along with the names of structures. Only English words should be used when stating the scope of the contract. Some examples are shown below. B. Add images of structures and a list of input files. C. Plan numbers to add in the correct language in which the output is required. Ensure that details of each plan document are filled correctly, including code, FF fixed, VH manhour, sheet size, number of documents, TL and TM hours. Check the total man-hour formula and cross-check the total estimated hours formula D. We keep 2 blank rows for the type of works presently not in scope, but mention the billing as manhour, VH. A. Add extra clauses if applicable. F. Estimate buildings up to A. Version and infrastructure up to C. Version. Clearly state this in the clause, whichever is applicable. G. If updates exceed 10%, estimate extra work and send an email to the client details of extra work hours estimated. Obtain approval from the client before commencing the update. H. Add the following details to the estimation OneDrive: project number, date of quote sent, project details, structure, client, hours estimated, and status of scope. Timely update the status of work in OneDrive. Refer QP00 QP_estimation_general.